All right, now I'm going to get you started on playing this song. We're going to start with just the right hand. And the first thing we need to do is look at the key signature. Actually, before I get started, let me just give a couple things I'd like to say. Number one, I am a piano teacher, and I don't intend at all to replace your piano teacher with this video. As a matter of fact, I really love it when my students come to me with a song they found that they'd like to learn, and I incorporate that into their lesson. And I'm sure your teacher would love it if they would be brought in on this whole process. They will be able to catch things that obviously I can't because they'll be right there watching. A lot of times, if you'll catch a little bad habit early, it's easy to fix. Whereas if you go through the whole song and you think you're doing it correctly, somebody could have saved you a lot of trouble. So I'd really encourage you to go through this with your teacher. And teachers are a wonderful thing, so bring them in on this. That having been said, let's zero in now on the music, and I hope you've purchased a copy of the music from my website. You may be able to honestly get enough from these videos where you wouldn't have to have it, but that would be illegal, and also I wouldn't be able to afford to keep doing these. So please go purchase a copy, and once you have a copy, here's what you're going to see. You're going to see the key signature at the beginning of any song. And in this case, we have 3 flats. Now, we always read, just like in English, from left to right. The first flat, the middle line of the treble clef, is always B, and so we're watching out for B flats in this song. This top space is E flat, and then obviously right below the B line is the A space. So we're watching out for B flat, E flat, and A flat. Here's something to remember. The first 4 flats in any key spell the word bead. B flat, E flat, A flat, and D flat. Of course, we didn't have 4 flats, so we only made it to B there. Think Aunt B, Aunt Beatrice. All right, now on the song, you'll notice it has a little 2 right by the first note. That 2 means your second finger. Now, I know in lots of things in life, your pointer finger is called your first finger, but in piano music, thumb is always 1. So remember that. Anytime you're looking at piano music, left hand or right hand, thumb is always 1. So when we talk about second finger in piano music, that's your pointer finger. That's your second finger. So you're going to put that right on middle C. Middle C, of course, has its own little line. Now, if you're not very good at your ledger lines, and that's what we call it when we have to go off of the staff, here's a good chance to learn some of these notes. So I always have my students that they know that's C already, and you probably know that's C. And then I want them to figure out what this next note in the music is. Now here's a good way to figure out any note you don't know. Find one you do know, like middle C, and go through this. And I'd say this out loud with me. You ready? C on the line, and then B on the space. Of course, in this song that would be B flat. A on the line. I know in this song it would be A flat. But we're looking for this, G on the space. Let's say that again. Ready? C on the line, B on the space, A on the line, G on the space. So that's G. Now, I would recommend that you not pencil in what these note names are, because then you only think about it once rather than thinking about it every time. So let's just notice that's a C, that's a G, and notice we go back to C, and then the music goes on from there. You'll notice we'll keep returning to this G over and over. That's where your thumb is going to be. Now, let's look at what that's going to look like on the piano.